Hi all, I thought I'd let you know that the next league, if you want 8 correspondence games at 7 days a move, this should be paired perhaps this Saturday or latest next Saturday. You can use the Easy Join for the UK Inter-County League. So this is on the play menu, latest teams page. You'll see this league schedule, and yeah, you can join these leagues in advance that interest you. And so the UK Inter-County has got quite a few teams needing players, so there's still some spaces here available for the moment. Not too many spaces are available, but if you use the Easy Join here, then you'll go into the reserves and I can put you into teams needing players. Okay, from that note, on this account, let's revise some old puzzles that I'm hoping I've completely forgotten, or maybe you've completely forgotten. So let's go to the puzzles page and do a few puzzles as well as part of this video. I think that might be fun. So back to 18, whatever that was. So I wonder if we can either remember them or solve them in advance. Well, this is a classic. Let's zoom in, shall we, to the board. Okay, so I'm going to just zoom in to the board here. Okay, and here we are. This is a classic. I think some of you will recognize this famous puzzle. Sometimes it's good to go and revise old puzzles, but this is from a classic game, of course, and I think I know the solution as such. Can you recognize the solution? Clue: I think gold coins were showered on the board apparently after this move. It's from Frank Marshall. Okay, I'll give you a few more seconds. I think it's okay. I think it's Queen G3 if I'm remembering this correctly. Stunning move, so that's taken. Okay, I think here we're throwing a check and we've got this pin on the H pawn. Now okay, so here I think we take on G3. We can do this without penalty because of that pin and that pin there. There's 2 pins working here. I think we'll take this queen. How do we mate from here, or do we just win the exchange? Well, I think actually here it might not be a forced mate. I think we're just the material up. If we do knight takes rook, I think that was the game continuation. Knight takes rook. And I'm mistaken, which is good. Why it's good to revise these. Was it a check then? Oh dear, yeah. I think knight takes rook is winning as well. Alright, so yeah, the board was showered with gold coins apparently when the Queen G3 was played. So a brilliant finish. Yeah, an old classic. Let's have a look at this one. This is another classic. I think this is from a game of Alaska where it seems impossible to stop the pawn, but there's a fantastic resource that black uses, because it seems totally impossible to stop this pawn from queening, right? At the moment. And actually I'm not entirely sure I remember the exact solution now. Hold on, I think I do. Hold on. Do I? Interesting. How on earth do we do this? Wow. Black to play. So if we throw in a check, I'm just wondering, if we throw in a check, isn't King F2 pretty dangerous? What happens there? I suspect we do try and throw in a check. Maybe white wants to try and win and goes forward. Let's throw in a check, yes. I was wondering King F2, is that a draw? I'm just wondering that. But I think now I remember the kind of resource mechanism. because I think we want to accelerate the king being able to stop the pawn, because we're winning over here with these pawns, and I think it's a check here. And can you see the resource here? It's a very clever one indeed. It's an old classic. It really is. So how do we stop the pawn? Remarkable, remarkable. It makes use of a check, this resource. If I give you 5 seconds. Okay, I think it's this one, because then we get this check, and then we've got king g7 to the rescue. Yeah, that was in was that game of Alaska? Actually, I'm not entirely sure. Oh yes, the game is believed to be a swindle by Manuel Lasker. Black, yeah. Okay, okay, let's do another. Oh, this might have been a made-up game. As such, it puts me off the fact that it might be made up a little bit. Actually, it puts me off a little bit, and it's a bit crazy. It's to do with the back row weakness. So I'm sure many of you have seen this before. It's to do with trying to lure the queen away from e8. Fantastic resources, of course. I think the first move might be queen g4. This is like memory test as well. And now there's a crazy move here. Queen c4. Okay, because either way e8 would have been loose. Now here things get interesting. It's not queen b5, is it? It's not queen. Ah, I think I remember the move here was fantastic. Absolutely amazing move here. Can you spot it? 5 seconds. It's to do with trying to weaken e8. Okay, I think it's this one, because both these guys are on e8. Right, now we can munch a pawn here. I believe your queen takes b7. Is that the move though? I think it might be. I don't think taking, because black's covering. Well, there's a4 as well. I think we take here. Or do we play a4? Interesting. a4, does that actually fell? I'm just wondering takes and queen c6, but I think black has queen takes c6. So I think it is queen takes b7 here. So if takes, we take on c8. I think it might be queen takes b7. Nope, I've messed up. I've really messed up. So even from memory, can't be queen c6 here. Oh, hang on, maybe it is a4. So queen takes, we can play b3. Let's try a4. Now, is it b3? This can't be queen c6, queen takes c6. Queen a5, queen d7. Let's play b3 here. And I think I think maybe queen takes b7 after. So we stop the use of a4 with b3. Oh. Wow. How to mess up totally. Or what I thought I remembered correctly from the past, if nothing else, but it's tricky. What a tricky one indeed. Oh man. Oh, hang on, there's another resource here to get, because we've got pressure points on c8 and e8 now. There's actually another idea available here. Yes, fascinating. Okay, I think I've got another idea here. Have you guys? If I give you 5 seconds. Because our own back row is secure on c1 for the moment. I think it might be this. Okay, very tricky. Now we've got a4 covered, and we get pressure points on c8 and e8. This is really complicated. We want to just deflect against e8. I think it's this one now, because then we've got b3, haven't we? F queen a4. Yes, that's it. I think we might have b3. Wow. It's a crazy one. It was, I think it was Adams, not as in the Grandmaster Adams, but another Adams. But it might have been like fabricated. That's the thing about it. It might have been something they made up. Now the notes on it. Let's have a look at the notes. So Queen G4. So trying to deflect the Queen away from E8. Queen B5. Queen C4. We're hitting C8 now. So there's pressure point differences. We're hitting C8 as well as trying to deflect there. Now A4 here. So in fact this is a blunder because of Queen takes E2. Yeah, and our own back row is crushed after takes Rook C1. That's a blunder. So A4 here gets the Queen to A4. Now we've got Rook E4. So there's no like Queen takes E2 or anything. There's no Rook takes because of Queen takes. And then finally Queen takes B7. Now here actually Queen A4, we don't need B3. I think we can just take that because the knight's protecting E1. So the Queen can't defend E8 soon. If Rook takes, then we take on C8. And then if anything goes back, we take on E8. Wow, it's an amazing one to revisit, that one. Absolutely amazing. I thought that was going to be a tough cookie, even to remember. Now this looks pretty straightforward, this one. If I give you 5 seconds, it looks like a straightforward forcing move, which wins the game. Okay, I think it looks definitely like that. Yeah. Not so hard, that forcing move combination, really. Alright, let's do just one more. Black to play. I do remember this. The gist of this. Yes, I think it's a game from Alexander Alekhine. And there's a neat idea. If I give you 5 seconds, really cute. Now if you haven't seen it and you come back to the video, I'll give you another clue if you want. I think it involves a potential under promotion. It's where an under promotion is really handy. Okay, so I think black played this move, unpinning the knight, and now instead of queening, I think queening will allow check. I think we just under promote to a knight and it's checkmate. So cancel on queen, not rook, not bishop. We want a knight. Yeah, we want a knight. Yes, checkmate. Yes, black after king h5 is threatening knight e4. So that was a pretty Alekhine finish. Yeah, so anyway, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this mixture. I don't know, I'm experimenting with a mixture here, telling you about the Play Latest Teams page and pointing you to some puzzles here for revision. So these are some of the classics. The earlier numbers are the sort of game classics we should all really know, I think, off by heart. But check out the Play Latest Teams page if you want some 8 games of correspondence chess at 7 days a move. And check out the Play Rated Puzzles page to get your puzzle awareness. And some of them, these are from classic games, these early numbers before 100. They're taken from a lot of classic games. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.